What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to this episode of the Double S NFL podcast on a Thursday afternoon. I hope you all are having a good week and staying safe. It's been a busy week in the NFL. A lot of news: Urban Meyer firing, COVID outbreaks, and there's a lot at stake this week. A couple of playoff spots to be clinched, like um, Green Bay can clinch, Arizona can clinch. So without further ado, let's get into our game picks for this week. And I'm going to start off with my Thursday night pick. Two AFC West teams going at it. We have the Kansas City Chiefs traveling to LA to play the Chargers. I can see this game going either way. If Brendan Staley has a good game plan drawn up for that offense, Joe Lombardi too, I can see the Chargers winning. But I think they'll keep it conservative tonight against the Chiefs defense that has really come to its own in the last couple of weeks. Mahomes, I expect to do well, but I don't expect anything crazy. Chargers has the capability of playing great. I like Derwin James and Nazir Adderley has really come on this year as a strong second safety. Without further ado, I am going to take the Chiefs in this one, 24-20.
I'm going to take the Los Angeles Chargers. If you've seen prior videos, you know how much I love the Chargers and what they're doing. Yes, they are inconsistent.
Exactly. Yeah, that's my one issue with them. Like, they're a great team all around, but the consistency is a huge issue for me.
But they get a lot of guys back. More
Keenan
specifically,
is back.
Keenan Allen, Mike Williams is back. And I think it'll be enough to get the win 26-20.
I could see that happening, but I have the Chiefs. The next game we're going to talk about here, starting off our Saturday window, is going to be the COVID-infested Cleveland Browns and the Las Vegas Raiders. Sam, what do you have for this one?
I'm going to take the Raiders to win 24-6.
Damn.
The Browns don't stand a chance. Nick Mullins is going to be their starting quarterback on Saturday.
Nick, he's a trash can. Like he's a third string for a reason.
Yeah, with the news that Baker Mayfield and just
Case
recently
Keenum,
breaking
COVID,
is Case Keenum getting COVID. And now it's Nick Mullins. And I think this is the game where the Raiders finally get a win. And they stop the bleeding a little bit.
Yeah, like they're still 6-7. The playoffs are pretty much out of reach, but they'll be in it if they win.
Saturday. If they win, they're only a game out right now. And beating Cleveland would go a long way.
You're right. All right. My prediction for this game, with Case Keenum starting, I would have taken Cleveland in an upset, but Nick Mullins is just awful. The throws he makes disgust me. So I'm going to take the Raiders to win this one 24-17. I think it'll be a close one. I think the Browns go ground and pound in this game, but I do not think it'll be enough as the Raiders come out on top.
On to the next Saturday game being the New England Patriots and the Indianapolis Colts. This game can go either way, but I'm going to go with the Indianapolis Colts. So both teams are coming off their byes. And I think New England has a lot more to lose than Indianapolis does. And I think Jonathan Taylor is going to run over that New England defense and get the win 28-17.
28-17. While I can see a score like that, I think it'll be a much more high-scoring game. I think the Colts are going to win though too. I think Carson Wentz has the hot hand right now. I think JT is going to keep doing well. Pittman and TY, I think they both have a big game. Colts offense in general. In a thriller of a game, I'm going to take the Colts to win 30-26. Moving on to our Sunday slate of games. The first game we're going to start off with is going to be the Carolina Panthers traveling to upstate New York, Western New York, to play the Buffalo Bills. In this game, I don't think it'll be very close. I think Josh Allen, he's a top 5 QB in my opinion, and he's going to show it this week. Panthers are in shambles. They just fired Joe Brady, Matt Rule. He should be gone any day. And for these reasons, I'm going to take the Bills to win 34-15.
I'm going to go 33-14 for the Buffalo Bills. You knocked that out of the park. And
Yeah.
on to our next game, which will be the Arizona Cardinals traveling to Detroit, Michigan to play the Detroit Lions. Yeah, this won't be close at all. Arizona good, Detroit bad. All I need to say. 35-3, Arizona.
In this one, I think it'll be close in the beginning, but Arizona will pull away. I'm taking the Cardinals 27-10.
On to the next game, which will be the New York Jets traveling to Miami to take on the Miami Dolphins. Spencer, how do you see this one playing out?
Dolphins have a lot of COVID issues right now. Javon Holland, Jalen Waddle on the COVID list, all four of their running backs, but I still think Miami pulls it out 21-14.
I also have the Dolphins winning in a close one. I'm going to go 20-17.
2017. Yeah, I can see that score too. All right. The next game we're going to go over is going to be the Houston Texans and the Jaguars, the toilet bowl, as I like to call it. Urban Meyer's gone, but the Jags still suck. What's new? David Culley sucks. The Texans still suck. I wouldn't be surprised if this game goes either way. But I'm going to take Houston to win 17-13.
I'm going to go with the Jacksonville Jaguars to win. They have an interim coach now. Don't know who it is.
Darrell Bevel, the offensive coordinator, but I'm not a fan of him either.
Oh, he was the interim coach of the Lions last year.
Last year, yeah.
And they didn't do that awful with him.
They were competitive, yeah.
And I think it'll be the same way this time in Jacksonville. And I'm going to take the Jaguars to win 26-14.
Do you think Trevor has a good game finally?
I do.
The next game we're going to talk about is going to be the Washington football team traveling to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. Both teams are sitting at 6-7 at the moment. And Washington has the current 7th seed, and I think it'll continue this week. I'm going to take Washington 31-21.
I'm going to take the Philadelphia Eagles to win this game. And I'm going to pick them to win 24-20. I think Hurts has a good game if he plays.
Yeah, I can see that. I think Minshew might start, but the next game we're going to talk about is going to be the Tennessee Titans traveling to Pittsburgh to play the Pittsburgh Steelers. Listen, I know a lot of Steelers fans thinking they still have room for a playoff run. I don't see it. I'm going to take Tennessee. I think Tannehill balls out. I'm going to take Tennessee 28-20.
I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think they bounce back after a rough week against the Minnesota Vikings. And I also believe that Pittsburgh is desperate for a win. And they'll get it. They're in the thick of the playoff hunt, and they need wins now, and their schedule does not get any easier.
Okay.
This is as much to win as you get for if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I think they get it done 31-20.
30. Oh, you think they win by 11? Wow.
I don't think Tannehill has a good game.
Next game is going to be Dallas and the Giants. Sam, what do you have for this one?
Dallas. I don't want to do a score prediction. I'll just pick Dallas. Dallas good, Giants bad. Same analysis as the Arizona-Detroit game.
Yeah, similar for mine. I think Giants keep it close for a while, but I think Dallas isn't the much better team, and they'll pull away towards the end. I think Dak is going to have his bounce back game this weekend. I think the Giants are just in shambles at the moment. So with that being said, I'm going to take Dallas to win 38-21.
All right, and on to our 4:00 games. First one we'll do is the Cincinnati Bengals traveling to Denver to take on the Denver Broncos.
Well,
Sad what happened to Demarius.
I can see this going either way. And a lot of people, I've seen picks divided of this game over Instagram and stuff, Twitter. But I'm going to take the Bengals. I think they're the better team, better offense. And I think Burrow and Chase, the connection is going to ignite this week. And I think the Broncos, they're going to begin to fall apart. I'm taking the Bengals to win this one, 23-21.
I'm going to take the Bengals to win 34-27.
34-20. I can see that. I think it'll be a little less scoring in the game, but fair.
And the next game we'll go over is the Atlanta Falcons going into Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. I'm going to take the Falcons. They're riding a wave of momentum after beating they've been a lot better than everyone has expected this year. And there have been points at the season where, because no one pays attention to the Falcons, and they were like 4-5. I'm like, what? They're 4-5?
Yeah, like there were 5-6, 4-5, 6-7 now. But to be honest, they're right there.
They're right there, and nobody's talking about them.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna pick them today. It's a high spread. Pretty high spread. I think it's San Francisco -9.
I don't think it should be that much. Like I we'll get to who I think's not gonna win, but I think it'll be with a one. I think it'll be a one-score game for sure.
I'm gonna go 27-23 Atlanta.
You know what? I'm gonna take that opposite score. But I think same score, but if the Niners win 27-23, I just think Atlanta's not a very good team at the moment. But I think without Dan Quinn, they're going to pull off some late season magic, which we'll get to soon. But the Niners, they're right in the hot hands. Garoppolo looks fairly solid, and their pass catchers have been unbelievable as of late. Coaching's improving, and the D looks solid too.
Next game is the Seattle Seahawks traveling to LA to take on the Rams. Spencer, what do you got?
I'm going to take Seattle in this one, actually. While the Rams have been playing good football as of late, so the Seahawks, and I think the Seahawks, they're not out of it in the NFC yet. I think Seahawks offense clicks in this game. I think DK finally has a bounce back game, and I think that DK and Russ connection is going to really guide them if they want to stay in contention. I think that's going to be essential, and I think it will happen this week. I'm going to take, in a close one, I'm going to take Seattle to win 33-30.
I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Rams to win. They got a big win last week, and I think they continue that momentum to a 30-10 win over the Seattle Seahawks.
30-10. Oh, wow. The last 4:00 game we're going to talk about is going to be the Baltimore Ravens playing host to the Green Bay Packers. Sam, what do you have in this one?
I'm going to take the Green Bay Packers to win 34-23. I think Rodgers has a great game. I think Lamar plays back to and is iffy.
Yeah. Similar result for me. I think the Packers will cruise through them. Ravens are battle with injuries right now, and I don't think they're a top 10 team at the moment. I think the Packers are rolling on all cylinders. Going to take Green Bay to win this one 27-14.
And in the Sunday night game, the New Orleans Saints and Tampa Bay Buccaneers will square off in Tampa, a rematch of Week 8, where the Saints beat them.
Yeah, it was.
And I believe that was the first week we started this podcast.
It was.
And I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm going to take them to win 37-17.
30. I'm going to take Tampa Bay too, but I think it's a divisional game. It'll be closer. We saw what the Saints did in Tampa Bay last year, 38-3. I don't think it'll be the same result this time, but I think it'll go down to the last few minutes. I'm going to take the Buccaneers to win on a game-winning field goal, 24-22. And finally, onto the Monday night game. Kirk Cousins, Monday Night Football. He's 1-9. and I think it'll continue. Struggles continue with the 27-18 loss on Monday Night Football, and the Vikings fall to 6-8.
I'm going to take the Minnesota Vikings to win. They'll move to 7-7. And they'll win 27-23. All right, and that will conclude our episode of the
Podcast for
MLS
this
NFL
week.
podcast.
I hope you
Go ahead.
enjoyed this episode. Make sure to give it a like and subscribe, and have a great night, everyone.